But in order to think those things, before we have to understand the suffering of samsara, loving kind of the sentient beings, loving mother of sentient beings. We need to know many things before. And once you really know, I think if someone says, okay, you have some cancer or something, maybe you will going to die soon, then I'm sure you really think, oh, who can I protect me? What kind of medicine is good for me? Then we really, our mind bring into the one point very clearly, and you look very carefully. That is, I think, for everyone, as we will do, if they hear something message, that kind of message. But today, about suffering of samsara, and we don't much pay attention, not very serious. But if one day it comes to seriously, then they're looking who have, wisdom, who have loving kindness, who have power. And then Mipham says, if you really look at like that way, then in ancient time we talk about Dharma, Indra, this kind of powerful gods. What? Oh, looks like you are from really Indian. I hope you are not practicing Hindu.
Some Hindu gods enlightened, like Marichi and Saraswati and Lakshmi. They enlightened Buddhas like that.
You should learn more enlightenment, then you will know what is the enlightenment, who is enlightened. And then Mipham says, you shouldn't have any kind of, one side. More you need to analyze yourself very thoroughly. Not necessarily all these Indras, Brahmas, Rahulas are not Buddhist, because of that I don't like, or Jesus Christ, or whatsoever. And also say that, Buddha Shakyamuni is only who can do these things. Just saying of by your love or by you are Buddhist, he said, that is not correct. But we need to use logic to read the Buddha's teachings and the other religions' teachings. One of the Hindu followers, the master called Tutsen Tubji, his name is Tutsen Tubji, Indian master, who follows like Mahandevas. And then Mahadeva says that you have more wives and you will be more happy. And Buddha says that better you build, you will be aware of the wives and less wives, etc. So he researched that. And he found Buddha's a really wise method, And he came out from the other religions and followed the Buddhas, and he wrote very nice verses of praise of the Buddhas, compares, like this Indras, he is like more war master, making war. And if you are winning from that, they talk about you will be enlightenment. And Buddha tried to tell that you should avoid killing. So he was, saying these all differences, and then he find out really that Buddha's teaching is very logical. So then he become Buddhist. So similarly of like that here. So that Mipham says here, whoever can protect me from samsara, I will really go for refuge. So we need to analyze it. And can be that you find like some other religions is the best religions. And maybe that religion is best for you. Then maybe you go very truly, devotionally, faithfully. I think His Holiness Dalai Lama mentioned also one time, and he was in Christian church, and then there one Christian and singing or praise to the God, and that lady really, prays to the God very devotionally, and tears came in eyes, and like very confidently, faithfully, and he was often mentioned that if you really religion, must be like that, he says. So, your loyalty, faithful, devotion. So, I think we practitioners, tea is coming from here by devotion, Buddha Dhamma Shaja, Dhamma Sangha is very, very rare. But anger, yes, easy. Hatred, desire, and these things are, tea is coming very easy, This is like our... So anyway, and then temba shaji jebota utada daja shoy the marginal. So Mahan Rinpoche says, of course, that we cannot really now judge, because Buddha Shakyamuni is present. Here we don't see. We don't see Buddha Shakyamuni, we don't hear Buddha Shakyamuni, but now we have only Buddha's teachings. And we need to really read the teachings. Even the 12 links of the interdependent origination, what Buddha description about how we are in the samsara comes. Even 12 links, I think if we really study very well and thinking, we should get some really confident Buddha's teaching. So, Mahan Rinpoche says that if you see the Buddha's teaching is the one of the best methods to be free from samsara, and that way then we can also clearly see that Buddha is a very perfect teacher. And there is one I think called Dharma Kirti. Dharma Kirti is one of the Indian master, and who wrote this what's called
treatise on logical epistemology.
Yes, logic what?
Logical epistemology.
That's English is very
the
difficult.
Proper sources of proper knowledge.
Yes. Anyway, this logic books, and in the 4 chapters, the second chapter is about, here use the logic of the how Buddha Shakyamuni is authentic. It's very wonderful books, but of course these things are for us a little bit too difficult to descriptions. But anyway, so those books are how Buddha is actually authentic, for the authentic teacher of the guidance from samsara.